Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday to everyone who's watching this podcast. So, for those who are watching this podcast and for those who are watching the replay, if you guys could hear me, if you guys could see me too, when it comes to my video and my audio, my microphone, and everything else, feel free to let me know. And I welcome you guys to another Wellness Wednesday Solutions podcast. So, for those who love wellness, love talking about it, love practicing it in your own way when it comes to it that energetically, emotionally, physically, mentally, and even spiritually too. So this is a podcast for you guys to really just practice that. So, and especially connecting with people who are on a similar path when it comes to with their own wellness, lifestyle, and routine, and all that. So I just really want to address that for those who are just watching this podcast. And big shout out to all the people who follow me on social media. And for those who really just, I should say, who follow me, not say follow me, but really subscribe to the Blissful Heroes Community kind of website and other platforms that I'm on too. So when it comes to with that, anyone who supports, not just for myself, but also for their own well-being, could be financially, energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually too. You guys got my full support when it comes to with that. So that's pretty much it when it comes to with that. Just really talking to you about when it comes to with just with wellness, in all those kind of categories as well. So yes, indeed. Big shout out to all the people who are here, people who are watching, the moderators, the new people, etc. too. And for those who are watching the replay, especially. I probably said this before and said this many ways too. So when it comes to with that, I'm just gonna really just share what I'm about to share when it comes to what you guys voted for. Just really talking about their rain energy meditations and really just share some really fun, I say, facts and even just stuff I researched too when it comes to with that. So when it comes to with that, let's get on with the show, shall we?
Let's get on with it!
And so just really coming back to that as well. So when it comes to with rain too, and especially for those who voted for this too, and especially for those who are watching this live and watching the replay, it's just, the other day, or should I say, just like the other day too on Monday, or should I say recently, just really talking about the nervous system and how you can really just liberate your own nervous system when it comes to with rain, how you can really just bring that compassion towards you, and especially for those who are just in their own lifestyle and have their own routine when it comes to with wellness. So when it comes to with that, and for those who are just watching this live and watching the replay, and especially when it comes to with just wellness and practicing mindfulness, or even just like in general, just combining any other form of activity that can help you to just liberate your own nervous system, your own physical body, energetic body, and even just when it comes to with your own spiritual journey too. So I just really want to mention that too for those who are just watching this, and especially when it comes to with our nervous system, because we go through so much, with ourselves and really just dealing with a lot of stuff too when it comes to just with that, with our minds being the most influential part of our bodies and in general, and just really taking the time for ourselves to really just recognizing that with our own nervous system, just really recognizing that, knowing that our nervous system really affects everything that we do when it comes to making decisions, choices, and everything else too. And but also too, when it comes to with wellness and just really creating those kind of like healthy habits, and just to be honest with you, and for all the times that I've practiced wellness, you guys know me, I'm a big old yogi and nerdy hippie at heart, and and just really not trying to like label myself, I'm just really keeping it real. But when it comes to it, just like healthy habits for people to really just to integrate in their own lives, it can look different for so many people just because wellness is not like a one size fits all. It's like various things for different people. Sometimes, people want to just take some time to rest or to really just eat certain foods that really connect with their ancestry or that really just feels right to them, or just like in general, or what the or what their doctor recommended too when it comes to with that, or just like with anything too when it comes to with exercise, it could really just be with that too. Sometimes, people don't like yoga, like going to the gym, but some people like those kind of activities too. Or with people, when it comes to just doing some fun activities that can help them to really, how can I say this, to really liberate your nervous system. It could be just by picking up their game controller or just reading a favorite book or having their favorite, oracle or tarot deck, wherever that may be. And just when it comes to with that and just really creating your own healthy habits when it comes to just creating your own wellness routine or wellness lifestyle and routine, it's not a one size fits all. It really just it can really just be different for so many people. And just to really put that out there too for those who are just listening and for those who are in the wellness communities and create different lifestyles or live, different wellness lifestyles and, routines and all that. And it's just like, you know what? Some things that, you probably love and do that can really just be beneficial might be good for me, but sometimes it might not be for everybody. And that's okay. And just because when it comes to with that, we're all different. We come from different cultures, backgrounds, circumstances, etc. And when it comes to with just creating your kind of healthy habits for yourself too, just really taking the time for yourself, and especially if you're just like someone who's single or someone who's really has like a or in a relationship too, just to really do that for themselves, and especially you don't really have to just uh, do it alone too. So when it comes to with that, it could really just be when it comes to with wellness. Sometimes we don't really have to do it alone. Sometimes we can really just do it with people that we can work with. If you're in the wellness lifestyle or if you're in the wellness industry, it's really cool to collaborate with people when it comes to just having like a common goal when it comes to wellness. It could be just by simply doing like a Reiki attunement meditation to just really doing like a simple yoga class or even just with that too. You never know when it comes to with wellness, or just it doesn't have to be all about business. It can really just be, something for fun. You could do something, fun with your family or with your friends or with your partner too, romantic partner, when it comes to just doing certain wellness activities or even just, using certain wellness remedies and tools when it comes to with that. And when it comes to with that too, honestly, when it comes to wellness, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record, just trying to repeat myself too. So it's just when it comes to with that, and especially for those who are just watching this live and watching the replay, and it's just wellness. It's not a one size fits all. You don't really have to do it alone. You can really just do it, in most creative ways. And I mean, I've seen like from my experience, I'm just gonna share my story. It's just like with couples and even just friends or even just family, just practicing certain wellness activities together that can really bring them together as a family, as friends, acquaintances, and even just romantic partners too, believe it or not. And that's a cool thing too, because sometimes it's good to really just practice wellness for ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that, whether you're a man, if you're a woman, straight or gay, black or white, etc. But when it comes to just, sometimes maybe it's cool to really just have like a friend who you can really just trust, or family friend, acquaintance, or a romantic partner too, to really just practice wellness together. And especially when it comes to if you guys got common goals, interests, you guys respect each other's boundaries and who you are as people. And it's really cool just doing that. And especially when it comes to with that, getting back to our nervous system, when it comes to with that, it's just with our own nervous system, it can really just go through so much because life itself is tough enough. But when it comes to wellness and how you can really just practice that, it's just really cool that you can really just practice wellness on your own when it comes to it, not only liberating your own nervous system, but also to really just, well, let me see if I can put this back, create those kind of like healthy habits for yourself. Even just taking like, I know with this presentation I'm sharing with you is from doTERRA, but just really taking away the products for a moment. Nothing wrong with the products, but just really looking at, if you guys could see this too, when it comes to with that, just really taking the time for yourself to really just like wondering like, huh, what can I do to really just, what's really just showing up for me today too, when it comes to with that. And especially when it comes to with just practicing rain. I mean, rain like in its own, and shout out to Teal Brock or Tara Brock. I almost call her Teal. Oh my gosh. But anyways, shout out to Tara Brock for really just, breaking this down, just really recognizing what's going on when it comes to who you are and just really allowing to feel what you're feeling, investigating that too, wondering why what you're feeling in the moment, and to really just taking some time for yourself to really just nurture and to really just nurture in so many ways too. Like, for example, with self-care, you can really just nurture yourself. Like, or let me put this up too. So when it comes to with that, just really nurturing your emotional self when it comes to with your emotions, or it could be just with your energetic body, your inner and outer aura, or it could be just with your mental self when it comes to with your mind, consciously, subconsciously, and super consciously too. And not just saying that because I'm reading it, I'm just really saying that out of like my own research from these presentations that I'm sharing with you guys too, or just with your intuitive self too, just really connecting with that, your gut feeling, your senses when it comes to with that, the divine guidance that's really connected with all of us, if you really just think about it, whether you're just like using cards or even just with that too, wherever that floats your boat when it comes to with your intuition, just really connecting with that. And especially for those who love using like oracle cards such as this or anything like that too, just really connecting with that as well. Or any kind of practice that can help you to really just connect with your intuitive self or with your physical self. For those who love to work out, for those who love to express themselves or to really just take care of themselves when it comes to with their physical body. It could be with dance, martial arts, going to the gym, you name it too. So when it comes to with that and really just, connecting with that in your own way too, as an individual, as a person, especially in your relationships too, when it comes to with that, it could be with acquaintances, it could be with family, it could be with your friends or romantic or sexual partners too, when it comes to with that, doing it responsibly and, in your own way as adults too. So just really connecting with that too, when it comes to with your physical self and really just with self-expression. And with self-expression, it's really powerful for any of us too, not just in the wellness, lifestyle, but also in our own spiritual journey to really just connect and to really just express ourselves too, especially with our own creative energy as well. So when it comes to with our creative energy, especially when it comes to with that or with our own energy itself, it's just really cool that we can really just express ourselves too when it comes to with our own minds, with our own bodies, with our own energy, our own spiritual journey, especially who you are as a person too when it comes to with that. So it's just when it comes to with that, going back to creating those kind of healthy habits for yourself, and especially when it comes to it, practicing rain and really just doing that in your own way. And when it comes to with, practicing rain or mindfulness or wellness too, you can't get it wrong. It's just like when it comes to with that, it's good to research. It's really just doing your own research to really just figure out what's really feels right to you or for your loved ones when it comes to with who you are as a person and really just having fun with that too. Because sometimes, when it comes to with that, it's good to really just take care of our own responsibilities when it comes to with paying the bills, going to work, going to school, etc. What we need to do, which I'm totally an advocate for too. But when it comes to with wellness and self care, or should I say self care and wellness, that's a really powerful way for all of us to really just refill our own cup, to really just strengthen our relationships. And especially when it comes to with our relationships, not only with ourselves, but also, let me see if I could put this up here, with other people as well when it comes to with that. So again, and I probably, if I'm repeating myself, I mean, so be it, because I'm really just trying to like make a point here when it comes to just wellness and with any kind of wellness kind of activities. So just really get into the topic of what you guys voted for when it comes to with rain, and especially when it comes to with that, and for those who are just really are into mindfulness and with other like wellness lifestyles and tools and modalities and remedies and all that too. It's really good to really just do our own research, really just tapping in and to really just recognize what's really showing up for us too, and to really just doing our own research, really just listening to our inner compass, really just going deep within. And that's like with going deep within, that's where like the somatic healing comes in too. So when it comes to as you're going deep within yourself as a person, not just with your own mind, but also with your body, with your emotions, and really just recognize what's going on too. And especially with me today, just before I started this podcast, I was listening to a podcast that really kind of not shook me up, but kind of really shift my energy a little bit, and just really want to touch base on with that with you guys too for a bit. And for those who are just listening and really just wondering like what the hell is he talking about? But when it comes to with just sharing that with you guys too, it was just like, huh, like sometimes with energy, energy is all around us and within us too. When it comes to with that, not just by with our cells and our DNA, with the elements and all that too, but also what we listen to, what we see, who we interact with, what we touch with our senses. It really has an effect too. And energy is energy wherever it goes, because once you put energy to something, it really just has an effect on it too. So when it comes to with that, for those who are just really listening to this podcast too, whether you're watching this live or watching a replay, it's just really good to just really recognize that too when it comes to with energy and with your own energy as well too, because sometimes too when you're just like on your phone, on social media, if you're watching a video or if you're looking at a certain picture, it really has that kind of energetic effect on us too. And especially when it comes to with not just energetically, but also mentally, physically, spiritually, etc. And kind of certain things make us feel a certain way too when it comes to with that. Just really practicing that, powerful meditation when it comes to rain. Just really recognizing what's going on, allowing to feel what you're feeling, investigating that too, wondering why you're just experiencing that in that very moment, and to really just taking the time for yourself to really just nurture and really just nurture yourself to really just bring compassion, compassion and clarity for yourself too. So when it comes to with that, and especially for those who are just watching this live and watching a replay too, even with me, like my shoulder is a little bit tight just because I've been leaning on it, trying to get everything right. Not just everything right, just really making sure everything is set up for this podcast, but even just listening and to really just like sitting with that too, connecting with God, because that's what I like to do to just meditate, just reflect, and to really just sit with with what I'm feeling right now in this very moment, energetically, mentally, physically, etc. To really just really get some answers, some insights, and to really just at the end of the day, just really bringing that nurturing energy towards myself too. And I really want to, share, this form of meditation for you guys so you can really just practice that in your own way too. Because sometimes when you don't really have to copy what I'm doing. It's just when it comes to with rain, you can really just practice this in so many ways. And I've said this before on Monday when it comes to with this podcast, you can really just do it just by, sitting crisscross, or if you're sitting on your chair, if you're just walking out and about when it comes to in nature, or if you're in your safe space when it comes to with your room or with your office, etc. And when it comes to with that, and for those who are just listening and watching, this replay too, it's really good to practice that in our own way too. So, and especially when it comes to with creating your own kind of healthy habits for yourself, and really just doing that in your own way, and really just doing your own research, wondering what do I need today too when it comes to with that. Just really doing that in a really creative and responsible way to really just really showing up and tune into how you're feeling right now with your body, with your energy, with your mind, with your emotions, and with your own spiritual self. And really just tune in to really just figure out what's going on, recognizing what's going on, allowing to feel what you're feeling, to really just investigating that, and to really just nurture yourself. Even if you have to just get some like plant remedies or tools, it could be with essential oils, it could be with molecular hydrogen water, which, I'll show you a story about this too when it comes to with that. I just really, I was just looking for so many jobs when it comes to just with my certifications and all that, because, with me right now, I'm kind of financially challenged right now, but when it comes to just supporting myself and to the things that I'm really certified in, I really want to, be of service for people who are just really curious about certain wellness, activities. I can help them to really support and liberate their own nervous system, their body, their energy, etc. And this job's just really stumbled up for me too when it comes to just promoting something on social media, talking about, you know, um, you know, holistic well-being and everything else. And, it was really cool. Just, got like an interview and all that, and I was hired when it comes to with that. And it's a really cool company I work with, called Lumi Vente. It really just talks about the benefits of molecular hydrogen. And it really just has like a way of for people to really just, to really make a living, just really not just like talking about the products and really just share like, trying to get paid, but also to really just support each other when it comes to with our own wellness lifestyles and routines. People want to just make a difference in people's lives, for their families, for their, themselves, as a man, as a woman, or even just all the above too, and for their environment. And that's really cool. So it's just when it comes to with that, I thank God for really just, for God to really just in my put me into the Lumi Vente kind of community. And I really appreciate the people who are helping me out in that too. But getting back to the topic of hand, or when it comes to just creating your own kind of healthy habits for yourself, when it comes to, for yourself, and especially, getting back to the topic of relationships, for people that you care about. Sometimes wellness, like I said before, you can really just practice this with people that you care about. It could be with, acquaintances, when it comes to people who you work with. Like if you guys love talking about essential oils, or if you guys love talking about like when it comes to electrolyte water or molecular hydrogen water, or with yoga, somatic healing, intimacy, relationships, sexuality, you name it too, especially if you're doing it in a really creative and responsible way. And that's cool. Or same thing when it comes to with family, but taking away the intimacy part too, because that's just immoral and wrong. Just really when it comes to with wellness, just really if you guys love talking about when it comes to with essential oils, or with yoga, or with fitness, or with anything too, when it comes to with that Reiki or energy healing too, that's really cool way to really just practice wellness together as like a family, or especially when it comes to with friendships as well. When it comes to with that, if you guys are, really just passionate about when it comes to with just energy healing, it could be just about when it comes to with mindfulness, or with essential oils, like hydrogen water, or anything too, when it comes to especially with intimacy and relationships too, when it comes to with that. and was really doing that in a really responsible way to really just not only to practice wellness together, but also to really just respecting each other's boundaries, opinions, and just really supporting each other too, and especially when it comes to with romantic and sexual relationships too, with your boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, etc., or whatever that floats your boat when it comes to with relationships, which is another topic too for another day. But when it comes to with that, and especially for those who love to practice wellness together, as a couple, just really doing things that you love to do. It could be with, again, energy healing, essential oils, molecular hydrogen water, fitness. It could be with yoga, somatic healing, or even just creating healthy habits for yourself too. Whatever that may be that floats your boat when it comes to who you are as a couple. Just really practicing that in a really creative, ethical, and responsible way too when it comes to with that. So just really getting back to the topic when it comes to with rain and just out of topic too. I don't know why my lips are dry, even though I drink a lot of water lately. It's just weird. Maybe it's the weather or something. But getting back to the topic when it comes to rain, and especially for those who are just curious about that as well, and other presentations that I share with you guys too. Just however you want to practice rain, and especially for your nervous system, how you want to liberate your nervous system, your energetic body, and even your own wellness lifestyle and routine, just really doing that in your own way. And you can't get it wrong too, because sometimes when it comes to with that, we can really just be hard on ourselves. But when we take the time for ourselves to really just going deep within, to really just listening to what's going on, and really just going deep within, and really just how you can really just support yourself, not just you know emotionally and mentally, but also energetically. Just really taking the time for yourself to really just really just do what feels right for you guys, and especially if you're a couple, if you're single, if you're with your friends or with your family too. Just really taking the time for yourself to really just doing things that really just feels right to you. Because like with wellness, and said this, before just earlier, it's not a one size fits all. It really could look different for so many people because we're built different. We have different values, live different, lifestyles. We're from different places. And just really recognizing that within yourself when it comes to who you are as a person. So when it comes to with that, and especially how you want to express yourself when it comes to with just practice, not only practicing rain, but also to really just creating those healthy habits for yourself too on a regular basis. So wherever that may be when it comes to with that, and especially for those who are watching this podcast too, hopefully this makes sense to anyone who's just watching this podcast too. And for those who are watching this live and watching a replay, I really do appreciate you for who you are as a person. Whether you're a man, if you're a woman, black or white, straight or gay, single, monogamous, polyamorous too. And yes, I said that too. So when it comes to with that, it's just really good to really tune into how we're feeling, what's going on, not just like emotionally, energetically, but also mentally, physically, and spiritually too. And to really just recognize what's going on, allowing to feel that without even have to just judge it or really just be hard on ourselves too. To really just investigate that when it comes to it, just really just tuning in and wondering what's going on when it comes to what you're feeling right now, and to really just how you can really just bring that nurturing energy when it comes to with that, and how you can really just nurture yourself. It can really just be so different for so many ways. You can really just give your partner a hug, give yourself a hug, read your favorite book, play your favorite video game that can help you to really just learn something new, to bring you joy, to liberate your own nervous system, practicing breath work, practicing yoga, stretching, or asana poses I should call it too, or going to the gym, going out in nature, eating plants, fruits, vegetables, berries, you name it too. clean your space, you can really just do that with plants as well, essential oils, sage, and all that sprays. You never it's so many ways. There's so many practices and activities in so many ways when it comes to with wellness and how you can really just practice that. It's various too. So I just really want to just really address this for people who are just listening to this podcast. So when it comes to with that, and especially for those who are just um practicing rain, and for those who are just want to have like the um have let me rephrase that, who want to just say to practice the rain energy healing meditation. So however you guys want to practice this, meditation, whether you're sitting on your chair, or if you're standing up, or if you're just like laying down on your bed or on the floor, or if you're outside in nature, wherever that may be, that's totally fine. That's, when it comes to for your own wellness, lifestyle, and routine, when it comes to with that, when you're practicing that creatively, ethically, and responsibly too. And so just really taking the time for yourself, and especially for those who love energy healing, just really bringing your hands together, and just really bring your hands together when it comes to with just, in Reiki, this is called Gasho. So just really bring your hands together and just really taking the time for yourself to really just taking those moments for yourself to really just pause and to be still and to really just recognize what's going on. Just really just taking note of that. Just noticing how your stance is when it comes to with your body. Just really recognize how your breath is when you're just really taking that deep breath in with the inhale and then releasing the breath out with the exhale out through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that feels comfortable for you. And just really taking the time for yourself to really just allow to feel how you're feeling right now. As you are just really recognizing how you're feeling in the moment, just really allowing to feel what you're feeling. So wherever that comes up when it comes to with any thoughts or sensations within your body, just really allowing to feel that without having to just judge or to really just put a note on it. Just really, taking the time for yourself to really just allow to feel what you're feeling when it comes to with that. And what the next part is called Reiki, and just really, you know, bringing your hands apart when it comes to kind of like how I'm doing right now, and just really feeling the energy and just really investigating that and truly just investigating, what's going on within my body, feeling those sensations, thoughts, emotions that come up too when it comes to with that. And when it comes to with that, with the last part is called Chiro, and just really doing those attunements for yourself too. And that's where the nurturing part comes into. So however you want to nurture yourself and truly just bringing your hands together, bringing one hand to your heart, to your solar plexus, which is near your stomach. Or if you want to just bring your hands to your shoulders or anywhere that really just calls to you too that needs nurturing, just really bringing your hands there too. So for me, for example, I'm just bringing my hands close to my shoulders because right now that's just calling to me, especially my right shoulder. So just really bringing that nurturing energy when it comes to with that, wherever that's just calling you to, wherever that may be. And really just not being so hard on yourself too when it comes to with just nurturing yourself. And however you want to nurture yourself, even if you want to just do some tapping, or if you want to just wherever that may be, or just really doing some creative movements with your own energy, just feeling that wherever that floats your boat, just really having fun with that too when it comes to with the energy and with your own energy too. Just really taking the time for yourself to really just connecting with your own breath, allowing the breath to just flow naturally simply by just taking that deep breath in And when you're ready to release, just exhale the breath out through the mouth or through the nose, whichever that feels comfortable for you. And just really exploring that for yourself. Just really taking the time for yourself to really just nurture your body, nurture your energetic body, your emotions, your spiritual journey, your spiritual body, and just really doing that for yourself. Even if you want to do some tapping, just really bringing that TLC, that nurturing, compassionate energy towards you for your nervous system, for your energetic body, for your mental body, your physical body, your spiritual body, etc. too. And just really doing that for yourself as long as you want to, whether it be for 1 minute, 2 minutes, three, 4, 5, or even more. However you want to practice that, and especially when it comes to just bringing that nurturing energy towards yourself too. Even if you want to just give your big self a hug too, just really doing that for yourself and just really squeezing your muscles, squeezing, every part of your body from your bones to your muscle tissues to anywhere too that really just calls out to you too, especially in the safe space where you can really just do that for yourself. So just really taking the time for yourself to really just nurture yourself. And if it really just feels different for you, and just really accept that too. And not be so hard on yourself. And you can't get this wrong. So however you want to bring that nurturing energy towards yourself and however you want to do that, just really having fun exploring that for yourself with your own body, with your energy, with your mind, with your emotions, and especially, spiritually as well, in your own spiritual journey too. And when you're ready and just really, finishing up, just really bringing your hands together, or if you want to put one hand to your solar plexus, to your heart, or both hands to your heart, or just really having your hands to the side, wherever that floats your boat. Just really taking the time for yourself to really just thanking yourself for taking the time throughout your day, whether it's in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, to really just supporting yourself energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually too. And just always remember that you have the ability and the power to practice this beautiful form of self care at any time. So whether you're, by yourself in your room or with your friends, or if you're at work, or if you're just out and about, just doing what you need to do, or in nature, just really taking the time for yourself to really just practicing that rain energy meditations, and how you can really just recognize what's going on within your body, within yourself, to really just allow it to feel what you're feeling without having to be so hard on ourselves, without judgment, to really just investigate that, see where it's, showing up and what's going on there, and to really just nurture ourselves in the most creative ways. And so, however you want to do that when it comes to with nurturing yourself, and to really just practicing rain too, just really having fun with that in your own way too, to really just create those healthy habits for yourself, and really just doing that in your own creative way. And so when you're ready and really just really coming back to your body, just stretching out your arms, stretching out your legs, and really just open your eyes if you need to, or if you have been doing that too. So whatever that floats your boat when it comes to you with just practicing rain, and hopefully with that demonstration too, that's really just helpful for you guys too, because with my meditations it can really just be different for how other people practice it. I'm not trying to compare myself when it comes to just you know how I just do certain meditations, but when it comes to with the rain meditations and really just doing my research when it comes to wellness and meditations, breath work, sauna poses, etc. And especially when it comes to a somatic healing. And however you guys want to practice that, it can look so different for so many people. And it's really good to really just, explore that for yourself, do your own research, and whatever that feels right to you, emotionally, energetically, mentally, physically, and even spiritually, just roll with it. And really just doing that in a creative, ethical, and responsible way too when it comes to with that. So I just really want to address that for those who are curious about practicing rain and really just doing that in your own way too when it comes to with that. So, hopefully this demonstration is really helpful for those who are just um, curious about wellness, doing it for yourself, with your partner, family, friends, acquaintances, etc. For business and personal goals too when it comes to with that. And so hopefully these demonstrations are really helpful for you guys too when it comes to with that, and especially for those who are, who on social media too. And when it comes to with social media itself is a beast on its own, both good and weird and bad and all that. And I might talk about this on Saturday too with social media and relationships too, just because it's like I know we're in the social media age, but we've been living in that for quite some time. Actually, if you really just break it down. But when it comes to what we see, what we consume to really makes a difference when it comes to in our relationships with ourselves and other people. So I just really want to address that, and I might just do my own research when it comes to social media and really just explain that to you on Saturday if you guys are open to that as well. Just talking about intimacy, relationships, and social media too when it comes to with that. So yeah, it's it's a really cool thing, or not say cool, but unique kind of thing when it comes to with social media. How we can really just use that for our business goals if we want to just help people to make a living, but also too when it comes to with just creating connections with other people and with ourselves too. That can really just be a really great area because it can really just be helpful. It can really just be destructive too. So it's like oof, to each their own, I guess, too, when it comes to with social media. That's just my thing too. But you guys could totally have your own feelings and opinions and thoughts about social media too. So yeah. Oh my gosh. My lips are dry as a motherfucker. Oh my gosh. And I drink a lot of water too when it comes to with that. So it's just, wondering what's going on there too. It's just, wondering why my lips are so dry, even though you know, drink a lot of water. Maybe it's the season too, because winter for me it always makes my skin dry too. So maybe that could be it. Who knows? So I don't know. It's interesting when it comes to with winter, and especially when it comes to with the seasons and spring, summer, fall, winter. And it goes back to a repeating process too with life. So yeah, that's pretty much I want to share with you guys too. So let me see if I could put this down. There you go. So hopefully with those presentations and with stuff that I'm sharing with you when it comes to with that, hopefully it's really helpful for those who are watching this live and for those who are watching the replay too. So I just really want to address that for those who are just listening and for those who are curious about wellness. It's not a one size fits all. You can really just practice wellness however you want to practice that for your body, for your energy, for your emotions, for your mind, and especially in your own spiritual journey too, and wellness, lifestyle and routine, because we're all different and that's cool. Difference makes us unique. So if we're all the same, then it'll be boring and it could be counterproductive too, if you really think about it, or just really sitting with that too, with your body too. So I just really want to put that out there for those who are just, listening to this podcast or even just watching this podcast, live or the replay too, when it comes to with that. So that's pretty much it. And let's see, when it comes to with that, I am about to switch my camera over when it comes to um, with that. So let me see if I could wipe up this crazy stuff too. There's like these, water bottle marks there too when it comes to with that. So give me a second here when it comes to with that. So um, I'm about to share some messages for the collective. So for those who are just who love oracle readings and want to just learn a different perspective when it comes to what we can learn today or for the month of December, since December can really just be memorable or even just, difficult for different people too. So I just really want to be there for you guys too when it comes to with that. And let me see if I can, you guys can you guys see that okay? I'm not sure because my camera is zooming in and out. I'm trying to figure out how I can really just make that stop. So let's see. I'll do that real quick. So I'll just leave it as it is too. So I'm gonna pull some cards for the collective, those who are just watching this live, and for those who are watching the replay. So with any of these messages too, I'm about to use this deck too when it comes to with that. And also this deck, and for those who are just curious what I'm about to share. And also too, when it comes to with this deck too. So if you're open to any kind of messages, especially for today and for the month of December, feel free to share your own feelings and opinions and thoughts about it too. So let's see what we have for Wednesday. So for the month of December. So the month of December. Month of December. We got softness. If you guys could see that message, softness. And we got the color green, which is really connected to the heart healing too. So powerful stuff here too when it comes to with that. And let's see what we have here next when it comes to with that. What can we learn here too for the month of Wednesday? So really powerful stuff here too when it comes to with that. So let's see. Oop. Plan for the future. So really interesting messages too for the collective, for those who are watching this live and watching a replay. And again, this is not just for me. I'm just pulling this for the collective, just out of, just really, asking God and the universe what we can learn today too when it comes to for our wellness lifestyles and routines, not just for ourselves, but also, for the people, that we care about too. Family, friends, acquaintances, romantic partners too, when it comes to with that. So let me see if I can put this in order so the camera won't be like zooming in and out all the time. I'm really trying to fix that too when it comes to with my camera. So let me see if I can do this. Let's see that helps. So yeah, hopefully that helps you when it comes to with that. Or let's see, okay. So when it comes to with the first message, and especially for anyone who's watching this live, and for those who are just really watching the replay too, when it comes to with these messages. So where any of these messages resonate with you, just feel free to share your own feelings and opinions and thoughts about these messages too. So, with the first one is really all about softness. So, just really taking the time for yourself to really just be gentle with yourself, emotionally, energetically, mentally, physically, and even spiritually too. When you bring that softness towards you, especially, not only towards yourself, but also with people who really just care about you, that you care about, and with your environment, it can really just make things a whole lot better too. So when it comes to softness, just really bringing that softness towards you as well, especially for your overall well-being, however you want to just practice that emotionally, energetically, mentally, physically, spiritually, and to really just connecting with your heart also too, and to really just balancing your own heart chakra. So when it comes to you with your emotions, and the color green is really connected with nature, because green is a really powerful color. So when it comes to with just healing your heart, especially when it comes to with your emotions, if you're going through certain things emotionally, and if you really just want to learn how to really just bring that healing energy towards you too, just really doing your best to balancing your heart chakra too, and how you can really just do that in so many ways too, like emotionally, just really, you know, practicing emotional intelligence when it comes to with that, when it comes to with your heart chakra, or even just energetically, just going to nature, wearing the color green, that can help too. Or even just mentally as well, just really doing things that really, support your emotions too. Even if it has to be like writing in a journal, creating videos, talking with somebody that you can really just trust and care about. It could be an acquaintance, it could be family, it could be friends, romantic partner or partners, or romantic and sexual partners too, to where you can really just really heal your own heart chakras, to where you can really just be there for each other, to support each other emotionally. Or if you're by yourself, just really practicing that in your own way to really just heal your own heart chakra. So just really taking the time to really just doing that for yourself, even if you have to just, take some moments for yourself in nature, wearing color green, that can really just be helpful as well. Eating certain things that are green too. It could be just by grapes, or, plants, herbs, all that too. That is, you name it too. You can really just do your own research when it comes to with the color green, and just really, having fun with that too when it comes to just really doing your own heart healing, supporting your own heart chakra too, or even just with that as well. And with the last message is really all about planning for the future. So just really doing that in a really creative and ethical and responsible way to really just, to really just take note of things too when it comes to with that, especially for your own well-being, to where you can really just to really just, learn how to really just support yourself, and to really just supporting other people, your environment, and to really just, doing that for yourself too. Because when it comes to with wellness and how you can really just plan for the future, when it comes to with not only for your overall wellness, but also financially, energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically, etc. And even spiritually too, just really planning for the future to where you can really just be assured that you're, alert and focused, and really just prepared to when it comes to just taking care of yourself. And taking care of yourself is essential too. No matter if you're single or if you're a couple, just really learning how to, we can really just taking care of ourselves to really just plan for the future, can really just be helpful. But at the same time, it's also good to really just be present. So there's really, going back to this message when it comes to with that, just really, you know, doing our best to really just being present in the moment where to really just recognize how we're feeling in the moment too. And especially when it comes to with just practicing rain as well. So when it comes to just practicing rain, just really recognizing what's going on, allowed to feel what's going on, allowed to feel what you're feeling right now without having to just be so hard on ourselves, without having to just be judgmental. And to really just, investigate that when it comes to with that, what's going on with our bodies and sensations and thoughts, when it comes to with that, just really investigating that and then just really taking the time for yourself and especially for yourselves to really just nurture yourself and however you want to nurture yourself and especially for your own heart chakra too. So there's really, or heart chakras per se too, if you're a single person or if you're a couple, just really recognizing that too when it comes to with just how you can really just support each other's, emotions, healing each other's heart chakras too when it comes to with that. So that's pretty much I really want to just like share with you guys too when it comes to with that. So if any of these messages resonate with you, especially for the month of December and on this podcast too, just feel free to share your own feelings and opinions and thoughts about these messages too when it comes to with that. And especially for those who are just watching this live and watching a replay too, I appreciate you for really just being who you are too when it comes to with that. And especially for those who love to practice rain. And I really want to share like a quick kind of like tip for anyone who wants to just learn how to really just practice rain too on a regular basis for your own well-being, for with your partners or with your family, with your friends, acquaintances, etc. Or should I say acquaintances, family, friends, romantic and sexual partners too. It's really just having fun with that, just really exploring to really just recognize what's going on, allow to feel what you're feeling, and to really just investigate that when it comes to just noticing what's going on, and to really just doing your best to really just nurture yourself, to really just bringing that clarity, towards yourself to where you can really just really however you want to nurture yourself, whether it be just by doing stuff together that you guys love to do, or even just by yourself, just really listening to that with your emotional body, emotion with your emotions, with your energy, with your mind, with your physical body, and in your own spiritual journey too. So I just really want to address that for those who are listening to this podcast and for those who are watching a replay too. And also, too, before I wrap this up, I really appreciate you for just listening to this podcast and really just supporting me too when it comes to with that. So, however you guys want to support me too, whether it be on social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, or Twitter X and YouTube, and I really call it Twitter X is the same place, but you guys know what I'm talking about too when it comes to with that. Any kind of support especially on social media too. I appreciate that. And especially for those who are really just want like my help when it comes to a certain, kind of like activities, but you want to learn from too when it comes to a certain wellness modalities and activities, whether it be like CBT or with, mindfulness, somatic healing, you name it too. If you guys want to just learn that online, you guys could check out my Patreon page, or if you guys want to just learn that too, like off of, Patreon as well. I have like the, let me see if I could bring this up. So I have the Blissful Heroes Community website, and it's a really cool place. You could really just join for free. And I'm really starting to promote myself too when it comes to with that, because I just create this platform, not just for myself, but to people who want to support each other when it comes to with wellness lifestyles and activities, and even those the common interests. If you guys love relationships, self-care, wellness, entertainment, gaming, you name it too. You guys could totally join for free. Or if you guys need help with certain things too, whether it be online. So whether you guys want to just, book a session when it comes to CBT or with intimacy and relationships, I can really just help you with that. Or if you want to learn more about essential oils, which, when it comes to with plant tools and remedies that can help you to clean your home, make your place smell good and all that. And just like other things too, or even just with molecular hydrogen that can help you to really just help liberate your nervous system, to really just help your body to really just perform at its, you know, highest potential too when it comes to with that. Or if you guys want to learn more about mindfulness, or if you guys want to learn, or guys want like a deeper oracle tarot reading too, if you guys love, oracle or tarot readings too, or either or too, because I like to put both together, but wherever that floats your boat when it comes to readings, whether it be oracle or tarot too, you guys could book a session with me as well. Just if you guys choose to do so, if you want to learn more about Reiki, when it comes to with that, the basics of that, when it comes to a Sui Reiki too, that I'm certified in, or if you want to learn more about self-care as well, when it comes to with that, or shamanic life coaching, just really, sharing about shamanism when it comes to with the seasons, the elements, and really just helping you on your spiritual journey too. Or with somatic healing, just really mentioning about when it comes to with certain activities that can help you to really just go deep within to help you to really just express yourself with your creative energy when it comes to with somatic healing. And even just with understanding your own energetic body too, when it comes to with that, so whatever that you need help with when it comes to with these services, feel free to reach out to me, check out the website. Or if you just want to get like a subscription as well, which is, I always put the prices, at the affordable range. So wherever that floats your boat when it comes to with the price range, I'll definitely be there for you, with your schedule, with your time, we can work something out. And I'll definitely provide that service for you too when it comes to with that. So wherever package you get, you definitely get unlimited, sessions with me too at any time that you're available. So wherever that floats your boat when it comes to with that. And especially for your price range too. I really just want to make this affordable and flexible for people who really just want to learn about certain wellness, activities that can help them to support their own nervous system, to liberate your own nervous system, to really just, help them to clean their homes, all sorts of stuff too. It's really cool. And it's a lot to explain, but it's, the stuff that I'm providing is really cool. And especially in the Blissful Heroes community space too. So where that float to your boat, even if you guys don't want to just do that, online too, you guys can really just check out the videos as well, which is totally cool too. So I got my own videos there too. If you ever want to check it out, just watch. There are some that are free, and there's some that if you want to pay too when it comes to learning about certain things. So, or even if you want to just learn more about like you know molecular hydrogen too, that can really just help you to really just you know when it comes to the benefits of molecular hydrogen water and how it can really just help liberate your nervous system to where you can really just help your body to perform at its maximum potential too. Or if you want to learn more about essential oils, how these plant tools that can help you to clean your home, make your environment smell good, to all sorts of stuff too when it comes to with that. So where that floats your boat. Even if you guys don't want those services as well, you guys can really just check out the blogs too. You can really just create your own blog too, believe it or not. So where that floats your boat when it comes to just talking about certain blogs and other things too. It's really cool. So, or if you guys want to create your own kind of group too, that's totally fine as well. If you're a content creator, if you're someone in the wellness space who loves to support other people when it comes to a certain wellness activities and lifestyles too, that are creative, ethical, and really supportive too, and all that as well, you're more than welcome to create that in my website as well, which is totally free too. So wherever that floats your boat, I created these as an example too. So wherever that floats your boat when it comes to with that, and even like connecting with members too. I'm not going to share that because I find people's space and all that. So wherever that floats your boat when it comes to with that, feel free to check out the Wayshowrz Community website. And that's pretty much it I wanted to share with you guys too. So I will be back live on Saturday. When it comes to it, the after hour conversations will be on around like 10 o'clock, Pacific time. So if you guys want to come back and if you guys are open to certain topics like entertainment, relationships, and so much more, feel free to tune in and just, connect with me too when it comes to with that. So again, I thank you guys for watching this podcast, support me on this wellness journey too, not just like financially and all that, but also, energetically, emotionally. If I'm winning, I want to see you guys win too, because I am not a selfish person. I love to see people thrive and grow financially, energetically, emotionally, you know, mentally, I think I said mentally, physically, spiritually, and in your environment too, that they can really just support their own environment to where they can really just live in a safe place. And so when it comes to with that, I am about to wrap up this podcast. I'm about to just, take a nap, probably because my shoulder is a little bit, tight there too. Do some stretching, whatever that floats, my boat too. I might just dig into that. Or even just put some chapstick on too, because my lips are dry as hell. So but other than that, though, we'll be going back live on Saturday at 10 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys ever want to hang out with me there too, feel free to tune in. But also to have some other stuff I'm about to share on social media. So like for those who love to check or support me on social media, I'm mostly active on Instagram and TikTok too. Twitter, not so much, but mostly, if you find me on social media, it'll be between Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So I'll keep you guys updated when it comes to what I'm about to share and updates and all that too. It's gonna be cool stuff. So, but yeah, I thank you guys for watching. You guys take care. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the people that you care about. Take care of your environment. Practice wellness in so many ways too when it comes to with that. Wherever that floats your boat when it comes to with wellness, emotionally, energetically, mentally, physically, and spiritually, go with it. And just really tuning into who you are as a person, as a man, as a woman, if you're black or white, straight or gay, short, tall, you name it too. Just really wherever that floats your boat when it comes to with your own wellness, lifestyle, and routine, go for it. And so that's pretty much what I have to say. You guys take care and many blessings.